Hello, my dear Chinese family globally. Very nice talking with you now. I continue to share my personal experience, ascension experience. As a star seeds, actually, our mission born is for breakthrough all this matrix 3D. Even when we are young, we are child. We don't know, we don't remember this, but we are unconsciously we're doing this for sure. And so for sure all our star seeds, we have some similar experience. Yeah, everyone different, but some level is really similar. Like mostly we born, this family is reptilian tradition family. It's true. Because we break through the matrix is reptilian, archon, we call archon, because this 3D is the matrix is some darkness, this kind of reptilian, this kind of dragon, this kind of they are not humans. They are in the astral level, control human mind, programming, and also with manipulation of the DNA. So that's why we say 3D is the illusion, is a cage. It's really true. And so our star seeds born for this mission, just for breakthrough this matrix. How do we do? Right. My personal experience really show out how it works. So that's why I want to share my personal this childhood experience. That's amazing. Now I review this process I'm feeling about. So great, so amazing. I appreciate what the God, this planning, doing this great work. It's far beyond our human ego mind imagination. Also, I always said this is really true. The 3D, all the scientists, they cannot find out the truth. They cannot find out. They don't know how DNA works or something. How that works. Even the 3D scientists, they are now they have some genes, how to say, operation. But that's part of this we call the just for destroy the human being. Yeah, because human being, our DNA, our original templates is divine. It's not as 3D level, So that's why our star seeds mainly we carrying this divine templates coming in this matrix, born in this Vanta body, just for revolution. It's really true in the human evolution for sure. This is the process. This is slowly invisible. So my personal experience is when I born, I'm 3 years old. This baby, my grandfather, he is a famous Chinese this kind of doctor, traditional doctor. But for sure, he is part of this reptilian tradition. I mean, he is presenting as this kind of father power, father power we call, with the man power to control all his family. He has this tradition, generation to generation. I know around the world, everywhere the same also. In India, Middle East, and in mostly Asia, have this tradition. That's the reptilian tradition. That's the control, manipulation, and starts at the family, as the man, the father, the grandfather, to control this family, whole family. Especially for women, they control the women, and so yeah, of course, very bad way. So that's the way they they manipulation the human being, creating the unbalance in between female and male. This kind of energy balance, they destroy this because they don't want this. This is the starts at 13,000 cycle already beginning. Since that period, by the darkness forces on this astral level to manipulation operation. So my grandfather very jealous me. I don't know. He just feeling, maybe he feeling about my energy, because I'm only 3D. I'm only 3 years old. This baby, and he feeling about my energy. He maybe because he's in darkness for sure. All the 3D people really, if they are not awakening, they are darkness. I can say, because they living in the ego way. The ego is darkness for sure. The ego is no light, no enlightenment, no light. They just the ego. Ego is not ego, just creating karma. That's what I teaching, sharing in my group. So also in my class also. Then this way, my grandfather, so he feeling about my energy. He feeling about something he dislike, just dislike. And yeah, darkness don't like the lights for sure. So then he pointed out, he just warning my parents. So he said to my parents, said, you should take care of your kids. This kid's very dangerous. She lose control. You must pay more attention to control, like he said, control me like that. But I'm fortunately, until 11 years old, I back to my parents. Before this, nearly 7 years, I'm like a wanderer. As our star seeds named wanderer. So I'm really wanderer at that moment. I'm actually, this is by divine planning. So because in the very childhood, if people like the kids be programming, be brainwash, be kind of like control, like in the 3D matrix, be programming, be brainwash, then mostly they are very suffering. They are, when they grow up, they cannot, to functioning, to be more this kind of natural way. So then I just very lucky to be wanderer. By my parents is not available in these moments. So then I just to be can go around to living in my relative and living in all kinds of situation. I just go around. So then, and this helped me release my nature, release my this kind of divine heritage, this kind of self-empowerment in especially my intuition. I can say this is very true. So then my parents, they cannot touch me. That moment we are detached from each other. So when I was back to my parents, um, yeah, of course, before you are leaving your parents, you are living in different relatives, different families. This also helped me in this way. Um, so one is that moment's already experienced. But of course, because that's 3D, so you're also suffering in some way because you have no feeling about kind of love, care, because you are like street cats like that, just go around, and yeah, it's shining also, shining lights, and to be triggered to others, to be the banker to the society, to the circle, like that. You cannot be hidden in the home. This is really true, our star seeds. So for me, my experience is just this. So then, when I was back to my father mother, it's already 11 years old. That moment, my father mother feeling I'm not like their kids. Yeah, our birth trip just say yeah, because that's really true. Because now I totally understand. I'm very happy this arrangement, because I'm not humans. the real thing is I'm not humans. I'm not humans. So, but that moments you just pretending to be. You wanted to be part of your family, part of your, community, or part of your country, or part of your society, some kind of way, part of your school, like that. So, but yeah, I just feel lonely, really lonely. That already is. That moment already is. And in school, after I graduate from primary school, I go to middle school. Then I feeling about lonely also. So that period around 11 to 13 years old, to 15 around. So yeah, 11 to 13. So that period I feeling lonely. It's already starts. It's because I need to back to my inner work in some way. So you should be this kind of trigger happen to me, if we are going to an enlightenment way. So then that kind of I go through experience before we in the primary school, I have the challenge is with the battle with the darkness, as light to fighting with darkness. In my school, in my this kind of circle, and also I learn kung fu to fighting them. And I pretending to be a guy, to be a boy. I'm not show out. I'm a girl. So this it's like until now mostly I'm not willing to be show out. I'm a kind of a traditional, female way. Even it's just looks like, but actually if people contact with me, they know I'm total not looks like. I'm a totally, neutral person. My personality is very neutral, not show just you as female, like kind of that way. I'm not. I'm total not. I'm totally neutral. As I'm not now, I'm teaching, sharing also. I encourage all these humans in 3D must be neutral. You're not to pretending to be man or pretending to be women. You don't need to be that way. It's just it's okay. It's just you also appreciate your real identity, because I'm a girl. I really, and also I know in why I'm girl. Most of our star seeds now is girl, because we need to show out. and now the divine family back to the earth, and divine is a family as the goddess. So we are available as goddess back to earth now. And when we are raised up, our power is raised up, our identity, goddess energy back to earth. So we will show out how quickly we can change this world to be the beautiful 5D new earth. This we just on the way to show out now. I can say that. Yeah. So this battle between darkness and light, female and male, is already starts in my primary school, that period. And so I just show out, and no any delayed or that way. I just fighting. Yeah, I just stand up with this kind of divine feminine energy for sure. So yeah, in Asia, because mostly even in Europe also, the women very weak, because that by the manipulation by the archon, by the we call this reptilian manipulation, the 3D matrix programming. They just don't want to do the female rise up, because that's will make their lose power, lose control. So they don't want all the female, all the girls, all the women to be powerful. They don't want this. But since I'm born, I just feeling about my power. So for sure, I never show out I'm weakness. I never show out. And so I learned when I was young. I learned kung fu, and just to show out. I'm also very powerful in my way. And yeah, of course, my studies very well, always top one. And for competition also, I'm always top one. Yeah, of course, even I don't like competition, because that's really programming. But I just can be this way, if just for show out. I think so. That's the parts of the mission. And then after I graduate in middle school, I start some inner work, because in many things just come to the surface. It's like the energy now is very density, so many things come to surface is as a circle. I think so. So then and my classmates, first in middle school, my classmates is jealous me. So when I was because I have the records, is be a teacher. I'm be a teacher to teaching my classmates. I hold on one day class to teaching my classmates. So you can imagine in that kind of ego, 3D, and this middle school, my classmates, even my good friends, girlfriends, they just jealous me.